that take place? Will it take place behind closed doors in the weeks following?
Last night I would have said that we weren't going to play golf for a little while. I woke up this morning a little bit more positive. I'm a positive guy by nature. I think that in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm hoping we have a better handle on the situation. And I think we will. You've seen the way China's handled it, you've seen the way South Korea, Italy. They seem to have a better handle, a better situation on it, and I think we're going to have that as well. I'm hoping we play golf in 3 or 4 weeks. It's a little weird right now not to know when our next tournament's going to be played. It feels like I'm injured again, not knowing when I'm going to play golf again. But right now there's some bigger situations at hand, and we need to get that under control before we play golf. And it's tough to play golf tournaments without fans. We love fans. We love playing in front of them. They bring in so much enthusiasm, energy. They help support the event and the area and organizations that are benefit from these events. So if we have to play for a few more weeks without fans, I think everyone will be okay with that. But the sooner we get back to normalcy, and that's playing golf tournaments with fans and everyone in support, the better.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay safe the next few weeks.
You all too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Decision the Masters is going to have to make in the coming weeks, whether to postpone possibly till October or play in April without fans, or play with, there's just so many options on their plate.
There's a lot of difficult situations, and I mean, the thing that I first think about with Augusta is that there's international players, and now that we're not playing golf for the next 3-4 weeks, the international players that would be in the event, that would more or less be staying in the States until the Augusta, are now going back to Europe, going back to UK, going back to Asia. And obviously we already have a travel ban from Europe. So they're in a tough situation. So, if just looking at it right now, it would be tough for Augusta to have the event unless some situation changes in the next couple of weeks. I do think in 3 weeks we could have a better handle on it, and it could be played, but how do we get all the players in the field back to Augusta for the Masters? So they've got a tough situation. Are they going to make it in the next few days? Are they going to wait maybe another week to see if things change even more? It's a tough situation. We're all in a tough situation. When do we start playing golf again is the other situation. So it's a very tough deal, and these are not decisions that are taken lightly, and you just got to do what's best right now in the sense of everyone involved.
Was there any part of you that was uneasy about playing yesterday, or if they had continued to play?
No, I'm not uneasy about playing yesterday, or even if we continued to play. We had no fans coming out the next 2 days, which was disappointing. My family's going to be the only ones out, but I was not too worried about it. I understand that this virus is very contagious, more contagious than the flu. It seems to have a death rate seems to be more of people of the 70, 80 years old and respiratory issues. So that's a tough thing, is that knowing that I could be carrying it and giving it to someone. I mean, my dad's 68 this year, and my mom's 65 or 66. So my parents are close to the age range, or in healthy situation, but my wife's grandparents are in their early 80s, and they're in fairly good health, but just being around them, not knowing I have it, not knowing my kids have it, that's a tough situation. So I was fine playing with no fans, but it's just really tough to play golf and worry about, do I have this virus, without being tested. And I think if we, the sooner people get tested, if they're a little worried about it, the better. But at the same time, there's more people that need to be tested who do feel sick. So we need to get more tests out and get more supply of it, so people that can get tested, who need to be tested, can be tested.
Did you get tested?
I am looking at, I'm looking at, I feel healthy and I feel fine, but like I said, I don't want to be around my parents, my wife's grandparents, if I may be, having the virus. People my age, if we get it, from what I've read and from what I've heard, is very mild reaction. So I could think that it's just a little cold and it's actually the coronavirus. So I will be looking at getting tested, and my entire family getting tested. But at the time being right now, we're worried about that. In a few days, leading up.
Billy, do you know, I know it's quick, but your role in the Feeding Northeast Florida part, what they might do with this, how will this work in the next few days?
So I'm not entirely aware of everything, but I do know that the food that is going to be here, we're going to be loading up on Feeding Northeast Florida food trucks. It's really great that the tour and the staff of the Players Championship is doing this. It's our local food bank. We feed a lot of people in the Northeast Florida community. It's how they survive. They survive based on dollars from this event raised, the charitable dollars and food being donated. And all I can ask is for my Northeast community that to understand that $1 equals 6 meals for Feeding Northeast Florida. There's a lot of people that have food insecure. The money that I got from this event, I'm going to donate entirely to a couple organizations, Feeding Northeast Florida being one of them. I said this earlier. These events after this, there's a lot of charities and organizations that rely on the economic impact and the dollars raised by a tournament to support their charities and organizations for the entire year. And now they're not going to have that. And I'm hoping something changes and we figure out a way to do that. I can ask my fellow tour players, and I understand everyone's different in the situation, but that the money that they got paid this week, that they donate some way, whether it's to the next few weeks charities and organizations or to the charities around where they live, because they're going to need it as well. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully my fellow tour players understand the situation and do something as well, but I'm not going to, I'm not forcing them to do anything. I'm going to hopefully, they do what they feel like is right.
How do you spend the next few weeks or however many days it is?
I've got to keep the game sharp. I don't know when we're going to play again. I know we're not going to play the next 3 weeks. We could be playing at Augusta. We could be playing in Hilton Head, Zurich. I mean, like I said, I would be hard pressed to think that we're not going to play golf, within the next at least 6 weeks from now. But things change and evolve every day, and so I just got to stay fresh and keep working my game. Spend time with my kids. They're on spring break next week. We're supposed to go to the Bahamas, and I think we're not going to go to the Bahamas now. So it's just at home, and it's nice. I was hoping I was gonna get 1 week off. Now I've got 3 weeks off, and enjoy my family, enjoy being around the area. Do things, support my community any way I can, and just be ready to go when we get the call that we're back up and playing again.
From a golf standpoint, how do you think this will impact the rest of the season if it continues with trying to make 125 and how much people play and all sorts of things?
Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, it'd be hard pressed to see us not playing 6-8 weeks from now. But like I said, things evolve, things change, and we always got to be fluid with that situation. There's events that people need to make points on to keep 125. Looking to try to make the Ryder Cup team. I'm trying to make the Ryder Cup team. I'm trying to get as high as I can in the FedEx Cup playoffs. Right now, that's not even a thought that I've had, or even worried about. We'll all worry about that, I think, when we start playing golf again.
Thanks, Billy. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.